What?
Time for bed.
Mom, I'm reading.
Oh, whatever.
Will you read the rest to me?
I guess.
Look at all the snow, Mom.
Okay, get tucked in.
Mom, I can't see.
Okay. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there was a magical place called the Tundra. It was so cold in the tundra. It was the coldest place on Earth. It was so cold that the ground was frozen all the time. Because it was so cold, nobody lived there, except for one person.
Who?
His name was Mr. Malbit.
No.
Yeah. He lived in a little ice shack on the very tip-top of an iceberg. Because no one lived there, he had no real friends. Every day he did everything alone. And one day he woke up and he thought, this isn't fair. I need some friends. I'll go make friends with some of the animals. So he went out on a little voyage and he decided to make a friend. He walked 2 miles in the snow in a blizzard.
Whoa, Mom.
And he came across a polar bear.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And the polar bear said, "Why is your hair so curly, mister?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. I never seen anyone, so I don't think I should have to do anything." So he said, "Okay." Mr. Malbit said, "Do you want to be friends with me, Mr. Polar Bear?" And he said, "No, I don't think so. I don't like that curly hair."
That's not nice, Mom.
Yeah. It really upset Mr. Malbit, so he decided he wouldn't want to be friends with a mean person like that anyway.
No way, Jose.
So the next day, he went out again, and he went to go find another animal. He walked 4 miles in the snow, and he came across an Arctic fox. And the Arctic fox said, "Gee, mister, why is your hair so curly?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. A lot of people ask me that. I don't know why it's that big of a deal." And the fox says, "Well, maybe if you should put it in a ponytail, it would look better." And he said, "Okay, I'll try that." And he tried it, and the Arctic fox said, "Okay, that looks okay. We can be friends." So the next day, they went out together, and they went to go fishing in the ice. But they couldn't get through because it was so thick.
Too thick.
Yep. So they decided, oh, we'll go hop through the forest, and we'll look for some trees. But they couldn't see any for miles around.
Nothing.
Look at that.
Whoa.
All white. So Mr. Malbit said, "Well, I'm getting tired anyway, so I'll just go home for tonight." Mr. Malbit went home, and he thought to himself, "Gee, why does everyone care so much about my hair? Maybe I'd have a better friend if I changed it." So he went, and he looked in the mirror, and he cut it all off.
Look, he's like almost bald.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. Then he decided, I'll definitely get some real friends now if I go out.
Maybe they'll like him now.
Maybe. We'll
That
see.
would be nice.
So on the third day, Mr. Malbit went out in the snow and he walked 8 miles.
That's a long
It is.
time.
And he met an ox. And he thought, wow, Mr. Ox looks very nice and he has long hair that I can keep warm with.
Mm-hmm.
So he went up to the ox, and the ox said, "Gee, mister, you're really handsome. I like that haircut you have." So he said, "Oh, thank you. I've been getting compliments on it." But he really wasn't.
Mm-mm.
He just wanted to seem cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the ox said, "Gee, would you want to be friends with me? There's not a lot of people around here." Mr. Malbit said, "Gee, I'd love to. Do you want to go on a walk?" So they went on a walk. And they came across these 4-inch trees. And they were like, wow, these are really small.
They're so little.
I know, but that was the tallest tree in all the tundra.
Oh my God.
I know.
They're so little.
So they cut down the trees, and they made a nice soup out of it, and they ate it together because it was nice and warm. And the next day, Mr. Malbit woke up, and he said, "Gee, I have a lot of nice friends now. Actually, I only like one of them, but it's okay."
It's okay.
So Mr. Malbit and the ox became best friends, They did everything together. And every night,
Ooh.
every night, Mr. Ox would come in and say to Mr. Malbit, "Good night, Mr. Malbit. Have a good sleep."
Good night, Mommy. I don't want to go to sleep.
It's almost 9 o'clock.
Fine. Good night, Mr. Penguin.
You better.
Good night.
You're gonna turn off the light? 5 minutes long.
Mr. Talbot, Malbit.
Oh hi, didn't see you there. The tundra is one of the world's largest biomes, covering 1/10 of the world's surface.
The tundra is found close to your cold.
Sometimes in the winter, daylight can only last a couple hours, but in the summer it can last 24.
The ground is covered with a thin layer of frozen soil, known as permafrost.
Since the tundra is one of the least inhabited places on Earth, it is more susceptible to damage due to pollution, such as oil spills. Whoops. The tundra has some of the coldest temperatures in the world. The summer gets up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and the winters can get down to a nippy -25 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's one of the least inhabited biomes in the world.
Some animals in the tundra would include polar bears, Arctic fox, caribou, snowy owls, and muskox.
As the sea freezes, the salt rises to the surface and form into crystals called ice flowers.
The only tree that grows in the tundra is the dwarf willow tree. It grows into an enormous 4 inches tall. The average yearly precipitation in the tundra is usually less than 15 inches.
The word tundra means treeless plain.
The tundra is known as the second most deadly environment in the world. The poles were not always this cold. The movement of the plates that make up the Earth's surface, plus the warming and cooling of the planet, have caused the cold conditions that are present today.
Oh hi, didn't see you there.
I'm gonna be like that. Wait, girl. Try to get in.
Need help?
Oh, you suck at this.
As the sea freezes, salt rises to the surface to form ice.
No, I didn't say go. Ready?
The ground is covered with a thin layer of frozen soil, also known as permafrost.
Go.
It's a line.
Go.
Read it upside down.
So I can't say that.